Hey everyone, this is Mike DeMora coming from Redondo Beach, California at the NCEP Fitness office. So here's what I wanted to talk to you a little bit about. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, if you remember, I had you over here and we were up to about $5,000 a month, right? Getting our appointments, filling our appointments, doing 20 hours of personal training on top of the 20 hours of the marketing hours that you're on the floor. So let's take care of that. And let's start there. Okay, so now you're at $5,000 a month. Now remember, I'm not saying $5,000 a month is good or bad. You have to determine where that is for you, but I want to take you down the path now a little further. So now you're working with the client, and in this scenario, each client has signed up for 2 sessions per week. So you have 10 real clients, 10 full clients, signing up for twice a week. It's your 20 sessions. Now you're also doing 20 hours, right? You're doing 20 hours of floor work, 20 hours of trying to generate more people. What do you do with those 10 people, right? We talked a little bit a few weeks ago on program design. We talked a little bit about about setting goals, but now we need to follow through with that, right? So here's a question I have to ask you is, are your people being held responsible for the days that they're not with you, right? So would we say that even if they only work out twice a week, that's 2 hours, it's 2 hours in 7 days. Each day has 24 hours in it. So 2 hours out of whatever 24 times 7 is, that's not a ton of responsibility. So what are you going to do in those other hours? Have you ever thought of this term called accountability, right? You need to hold them accountable for what it is that they say that they're going to do. So one of the first things I like to do is literally have them sign a contract. Say, okay, here's the deal. How much time are you going to give on a daily basis for your health, right? What is it that your health and fitness, what are you going to acknowledge? Is it 20 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, half an hour a day, an hour a day? But remember, don't tell me something that you don't follow through. I want to truly create a contract. Let's say it's going to say 20 minutes a day for the days you're not with me, and an hour for the 2 days that you are with me. Is that fair? Yes, 20 minutes a day is fair. Great. Now, how are you going to hold them accountable? Well, have you ever thought about becoming an accountability coach, right? An accountability coach, what does that mean? Well, that means you have literally You've laid out something for each day of those 7 days. Do you currently do that? Now remember, you're going to say, I'm not getting paid for those 5 other days. But if you remember in last week's thing, it's not about doing what you're getting paid for. It's about doing what you want your future to be. About what you want your future to be. Now, one of the best things you want to do is try to automate this. So can you imagine if you had right at your fingertips, you had an ability to send them a 20-minute workout every single day by clicking one button. Then once you set it up, it just kept sending them every day. Here's your 20 minutes, here's your 20 minutes, here's your 20 minutes. Doesn't that sound pretty amazing? Well, there's software that does that, right? There's software that does that. And that's what I want to talk to you about. It's called the accountability coach. And if you've ever really thought about what you're doing or what your client is doing for the 5 days they're not with you, So that is going above and beyond. That is taking care of business. Now, what's going to happen with that? What's going to happen with that is either your client is going to realize, you know what, bro? I just don't do the workout. I know you send it to me. I know it's right there on my phone. I know I watch everything I'm supposed to do, but I just don't do it. You know now that they need help with motivation, right? And now you need to even say, look, why don't for the next 2 or 3 weeks, why don't we meet 3 or 4 times a week, right? Even if it's their half-hour sessions, let's meet 3 or 4 times a week. We need to make this become what? Part of your daily routine. And the more times we do it together, the more time it will become regular, right? So it's called an accountability coach. Why don't you coach them for accountability? Because look, there's a guy, he runs this company called Show Up Fitness. He says, because what? Because the first thing is starting is that you show up, right? Whatever he wants to do, that's fine. But understand, it's more than showing up. It's holding them accountable. It's holding them accountable for what it is that they say. So you create these little contracts, real simple, saying, here are my goals, right? Here are my goals. Let's say my goal, and I always use weight loss, even though it's like the worst thing that I believe in, right? It's not about weight loss, but let's just say weight loss because it's so easily trackable. So let's say your goal is weight loss. And let's say, just so you know, theoretically, you shouldn't lose, unless the person really, really has a ton to lose, you shouldn't lose more than a pound and a half a week, right? So let's just say 5 pounds a month, right? 5 pounds a month, and you work out, 6 or 7 days a week, you decide. Now you ask them, what is it that you will commit to? So if you commit to 6 days a week, an hour the 2 times you're with me, and 20 minutes the other days that you're not with me, I will tell you, right? If you eat right and do what it is that we're signing up to do, you'll lose 5 pounds this month. Now you better be able to back that up. So don't agree to something that you don't think you can deliver, because remember, it's the relationship you two have. It's the relationship you two have, right? Or maybe even set a minimum goal, a maximum goal, and a goal in the middle, right? So, okay, so this month you need to lose a minimum of 3, a maximum of 8, but our goal is 5. Okay, so I can guarantee you that if you do what it is that we're saying, you will lose a minimum of 3 pounds, right? A minimum of 3 pounds. Our goal is 5, but you're gonna lose a minimum of 3 pounds. Would you be happy if that were to occur? Yes, I would. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I will hold you accountable in doing that. So each day, I need you to click this open, and I need you to send me something back saying that you've done that workout. You've done it each and every day. Now look, I'm not going to be with you those other days, but I need to know that you've done it. I need to know what you're up to. And so this communication will help us, because I am going to be your accountability coach. I am going to keep you accountable, even on the days I'm not working. Now you have set yourself head and shoulders above every other trainer in your gym, let alone every other trainer in your city, let alone every other trainer in your state, right? Because now you're going above and beyond. You're seeing them twice a week. You're laying down the foundation. And every time they work out with you, you should keep saying, okay, remember, this is how we want you to do it when I'm not here. Remember, it's so important that you keep your head up, you keep this, and you give them points to remember. And you put that You put that in their workout for when they're not there. Here is what I want you to do each and every day. You said you will guarantee me 20 minutes, 6 days a week. I'm going to set up a program for you. I'm going to click a button and send you that each and every day. I need to know that you're doing it. If you're not doing it, I can't guarantee you the results you're getting. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking it's not your fault. You're thinking, oh, well, if my client doesn't do what he or she says they're going to, it's not my fault if they don't lose the weight. And I'm going to tell you, it is. It is your fault. What I mean by that, it's your fault, is you didn't motivate them enough. You didn't find what is important with them enough. You didn't do your homework. If you find their hot buttons, if you find what it is, the deepest reason on why they're actually doing it. You ever hear of the seven step deep? Ask them why 7 times. 7 times. And make them go deeper and deeper and deeper. And somewhere by the time you get to the 7th one, they're going to start crying, or they're going to at least tell you the real reason. So, ma'am, why are you here? Oh, because I want to lose 10 pounds. Oh, why do you want to lose 10 pounds? Well, because I know my clothes will fit me better if I lose 10 pounds. Oh, so why do you want your clothes to fit you better? Well, the reason I want my clothes to fit better is so that I don't have to go out and buy some new clothes. Oh, okay, why don't you want to go out and buy some new clothes? Because I know a lot of women that love to go buy new clothes. I know a lot of guys that like to buy new clothes. Why don't you want to buy new clothes? Well, I don't really want to buy new clothes because I just don't have a lot of money and I don't what? And it's going to start to come out. It's going to start to come out. It's about maybe they don't have the cash flow, or maybe their significant other isn't looking at them in the way that they used to, or maybe they don't feel good about themselves or whatever. The real reason will come out somewhere in those 7 layers. You keep asking why, but not in a dick manner. Not like why? No. Nice and loving and nurturing, and you say it back to them. So why are you here? Oh, I want to lose 10 pounds. Oh, you want to lose 10 pounds? That's fantastic. Well, may I ask, well, why do you want to lose 10 pounds? Oh, because I want my clothes to fit better. Oh, you want your clothes to fit? Well, sure, that makes sense. But why do you need your clothes to fit better? They look fine to me. Oh, well, I needed it and I need it. Why? And you keep asking them why. And that's what gets to truly the reason that they're there. Now you have their hot button. Now you know. And that's when you send them the texts, and that's when you send them the workout, and you send them a little, emoji with whatever it is that they're caring about, whatever it is that makes them excited or reminds them why they started. They reminds them of why they started and why they're even with you. And if you can't find that hot button, and if you can't find what it is that really drove them to do this training, guess what? Hand them off to somebody else who can. You're not doing them any service. You're not doing them any service. Maybe they just don't like you. That's fair, right? They don't like you. Maybe they'd feel better if it's a woman. Maybe they feel better with a woman and you're a guy. Or maybe it's a guy and he'd feel better with a guy or a girl or whatever. It doesn't matter. Maybe it's you're too tall. Maybe you're too short. Maybe you're too stocky. Maybe you're too fat. Maybe you're too skinny. I don't know what it is. People hate for no reason, right? Rocky, hey, they hate for no reason. All I'm saying is this. I know that's anyway, it's a long story. I always do the Rocky thing. But all I'm trying to tell you is you got to figure out what is the real reason that they're there. And that is the motivation that you use. That is the motivation that gets them up in the morning. That's what got them in there. Think about it. If someone were to actually come into the club, that's one step. Someone then actually shows up to the club. That's another step, right? Now they continue to show up. Yes. Now they work with you. Now they're willing to work with a trainer. Now they're going to sign up for personal training sessions. Can you get anyone that's more motivated? No, but that motivation will go. That motivation will leave if you don't keep them accountable. And how you keep them accountable, right, is by finding out why they're truly there. Just like for you as a trainer, what did we go over in the first section? If you didn't find some blogs, like 10 blogs back, we asked you why. Why do you want to be a trainer, right? And in reality, anyone that I mentioned, I do the 7 steps of why for that. Why do you want to be a trainer? Oh, because I can help people. Why do you want to help people? Help people is great. Why do you want to help people? Oh, because, when I was, younger, I was overweight and a trainer helped me. Oh, that's great. So why? Until you find the real reason. Do this for yourself. Do this for yourself. Sit down and just ask why. And ask why. Until you really truly come up with the reason that you want to do this. Because I'm going to tell you, the why is because you want to set your own schedule and make ridiculous amounts of money. You're a really need to find out their why and then hold them accountable. Now, I don't mean, once again, in a jerk manner, in the nicest, softest way. We'll wrap this one up this week. Thank you. Take care. God bless.